Welcome to Man Cove Wellbeing, and today an MCW member shares a little bit about their story. Please read the disclaimer before watching. This can be found in the description of the video on YouTube. It covers the intention of the video, where we source the information, audio and footage for the production. The videos on this channel and its content are not a substitute for the support and guidance of a qualified health professional. The people featured in this video are in no way associated with the story or representative of MCW. We want to thank every man who shares their story with the MCW community. Please watch and listen with care. The content of this video and audio may be triggering or may make you feel uncomfortable. Please press the stop button and return to the video when you feel ready. Always put yourself first and seek the guidance of a health professional. Thank you. My name is Scott Hutchinson McCade, and I'm a suicide survivor. As I write this first line, tears stream down my face and my heart is beating like a drum in my chest. I want to crawl under my duvet and hide from my thoughts and my past. I know better now, but for years that was my existence. I hid, I pretended. I put a cherry on top of everything, never wanted to admit to myself or to others how I truly felt. My fear of being carted away and put in a psychiatric facility, however unfounded, was a real concern for me. So for years I managed my own mental well-being with a cocktail of drugs and alcohol and denial. I was stuck on a cruise ship, working a job that made me feel isolated and alone, living in a giant tin floating on the sea. I was stuck in a relationship that was futile both physically and emotionally. I felt trapped and I had nowhere to run and nowhere to go that wouldn't upset the status quo. I lived and worked with an abusive spouse. Although drugs were no longer a part of my repertoire of so-called self-care, alcohol was still my go-to coping strategy. I remember clearly the day I decided to take my life. It was exactly 10:30 p.m. We were 2 days away from the port in Italy. We had just crossed the Atlantic Ocean. Lots of sea days and lots of time to think. I consumed with pain and darkness. I went to my cabin, I opened 4 bottles of painkillers and a packet of sickness medication. I thought it would stop me vomiting. Tears were flowing down my cheeks. I was sobbing my heart out with every mouthful of pills. I hid the pill containers in the wardrobe as I didn't want the shame of an overdose. After all, nobody knew how much I was hurting. I hadn't told a soul. I climbed into the bunk bed that I fought to get in a separate cabin away from my spouse, knowing that I was going to find peace by ending my life that evening. As I drew the curtain around the bunk bed, there was no more tears to cry, no more sadness, just a sense of relief and liberation from the demons inside my head. I woke up vomiting and drowsy, still hoping the end was near, not regretting anything I'd done. The night was long and cold. Time felt like it stood still. I was taken to a medical centre on board the next day. I hid from the medical team that I had taken an overdose. However, the blood test highlighted my kidney function was very low and I had developed a serious infection. I was medically disembarked and admitted to a hospital in the first port of call. Looking back, I regret not talking, not being honest with how I felt, how I was terrified of the repercussions of my depression and thought I was my thoughts. I felt like I would never get better. I really felt by taking my life, I would end my suffering. I never thought about anyone else's suffering. I never rationalized that however dark it was at the time in my life, that the sun would shine again. I now know that life is about balance and harmony, and that it's okay to not be okay. I remind my students about that in every class I teach. You don't have to suffer in silence. Talking is what helped me heal and accept myself fully. Depression, anxiety, and all. Check on your friends and family, really, ask them how they are and spend time. Remember, sometimes our actions can speak louder than words. Often people just need to know they are safe from judgment. Thank you for watching, and if you are seeking support with your emotional or mental health, please contact one of the helplines listed in the description of this video on YouTube. We hope this was useful, and if you'd love to see more videos like this one and even provide your own content, you can become a patron today and join the MCW community. That's all from us today, and we'll see you soon.